Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now, today's video is going to be another part of our new series where we take a look at some of the biggest topics in the ARK community. This one is something we've just never talked about before, and it's never something I thought I would be making a video on, but I have seen the change myself, and I have seen many of you guys asking me to find out some information on this and see if there'd been any company changes, but there could be so many different reasons why this has happened, and that's what we're going to be covering in today's video. The topic of today's video is, where have the ARK devs gone? And yes, I understand they haven't completely gone, but yes, there has been a bit of a step back recently. It would be nice if Studio Wildcard could sort of do a post on why this is, but they might not seem to think it, but a lot of the ARK community has been talking about it. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's dive into this because there can be a whole bunch of reasons why this could be happening in ARK. So first off, what I wanted to talk about is the change of activity for many of the devs since the launch of ARK Survival Ascended. Now, yes, if you're someone like me that does dive into a lot of other games this year, maybe such as, for me, the biggest ones being Power, the biggest ones being Helldivers, and even Once Human now, is if you're in those discords, you will notice there are some very, very active devs. Even though Helldivers these days has dropped down in a lot of players, I think they're around like 20,000 players at the moment, they've still got a very, very dedicated community manager team that are posting in the Discord on a daily basis, sort of giving us news and updates on different things that's going on that they're allowed to say. Now, ARK still does have this. For me, the person I see the most getting involved with the community is Dolly. And I have seen Dolly mention before that she doesn't actually need to do this as part of her job role, but she likes to get involved and jump in, which is fantastic news. But I don't ever really see much else from any of the other developers in the ARK Discord sort of getting involved and replying to questions and everything like that going on. Now, yes, when bigger stuff starts coming for ARK, that's when Wildcard do appear. At the launch of Survival Ascended, they were all very, very active in there, very, very excited. But one of my sort of thoughts and feelings why this could have changed is, the ARK community can be quite toxic sometimes, and I definitely understand, like, for your mental health side of things, reading all these like hate comments and stuff like that can really take a toll on you sometimes, and you notice it does happen a lot in the ARK community when delays happen, and I obviously get as upset as you guys when delays happen too, but some people take it that little bit too much of a step forward. Lots of strange things have been going on in the background of ARK, and I guess communication has just been cut that little bit more. I definitely think that can be a bad thing in the long term, not keeping your community up to date. Wildcards still do that. I'm not saying they don't. I mean, today there's been all types of things going on when they sort of make some changes to the official servers, or whenever there's patch notes, it's always posted straight away. But the actual communication between Studio Wildcards and the devs, Studio Wildcard's devs and the community has fallen off quite a lot. Something I miss is one of my favorite ever developers in the, someone that works within Studio Wildcard is Cedric. Been around for such a long time in the ARK community, and became the lead community manager for Survive the ARK. And I don't know if things have changed, and maybe Cedric is just not the biggest fan of Twitter anymore, but, Cedric would be on every day talking to everyone, and I went on actually the other day to check, because someone said, Dom, do you still hear much from Cedric? And I was like, no, I don't. And I went on to Twitter, and it was like, Mike, check this thing still on. Have a wonderful weekend, peeps. What you think? And that was back in March 16th. And lots of people have just sort of been responding, saying like, it's nice to see you and everything. Like, hope you've been doing well. Haven't heard from you for a while. And I guess it's just sometimes the thing that, you want to do sometimes. Take a break from social media, change things up, and it's a real shame, right? Because it's nice to keep in contact with some of your favorite developers and some of your favorite employees at Studio Wildcard that can give you information. And yeah, so that's pretty much sort of the main stuff that I can talk on to the topic of this, guys. I don't think anything serious is going on or the reason why they're doing this, but I just think sometimes a mixture of focusing on your mental health and not having to read many hate comments, sort of maybe Wildcard have had to take a little bit of a step back because things are a bit of a strange time right now. Snails not having the best of times with their stock. There has been a bit of a delay on Aberration, and I guess that's just the way things will be. As I said, if you do want to ask a question on the Discord, I recommend you go and ask Dolly, because Dolly is definitely the most like sort of active ARK dev in the Discord at all times, but there's not really been any form of announcement or change, and it's a shame because I don't know if you guys remember, one of the things that Studio Wildcard said that they were going to be better at with ARK Survival Ascended is communication, and they did have a little point where the ARK community stood up and said, you haven't been better with community. This is just isn't good enough. This is one of the things that you said you were going to do, and they didn't do it. But then it slowly started to get better, and we started to see many posts on the official ARK Survival Ascended page that was like sort of letting us know that this is going to be delayed. There was one the other day on the Summer Bash where they said they were giving us the communication that we needed to know, and then they gave us one on Aberration, and you know, it has started to get better in that side of things on the official page, but it's slowed down a little bit more as time has gone on. But anyway, guys, that is going to be your video today. It's a pretty hard topic to talk about. I wanted to cover it because I see it all the time, but it's because when you're not actually within the company and you can't share any information on it, it's hard. Some companies just might have different morals to other companies of what they decide to do, and you know, the Helldivers team might have decided that they were going to be really hot on communication, and sometimes Studio Wildcard might decide to just be like, right, we're going to go a bit more quiet on Discord stuff until we have more news to share. And I think that's pretty much everything we can talk about there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want me to talk about any other of the top topics that are on your mind right now, make sure to put it in the comment section down below. And I hope the ARK devs are doing well. Cedric, I hope you're doing well. I remember one of when I was working at my old company, one of my one of my old friends that I was working with actually met you at I think it was, I'm trying to remember, I think it was PAX West, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure, but yeah, and so I hope you're doing well, and big shout out to all of you, and I'm looking forward to the Aberration launch. See you guys soon.